So we have this Multiversus game for Warner Brothers games coming out, and it's going to be the basically Smash Brothers version with Warner Brothers IPs, right? So we got Bugs Bunny versus Superman. We've got Arya from Game of Thrones versus people from Steven Universe, that kind of thing going on. And recently, the alpha testing for the game has gone underway mostly for PC. For all you console people out there, including myself, we're still waiting to be signed up for the testing. I've sent my email in multiple times. I'd love to get my hands on the game beforehand. Of course, everything's confidential, but I can at least give some Twitter things out if I'm able to get to play. But something that came to mind was, how many actual characters are we going to have in this game? The nice thing about Smash Brothers is I think there's like almost 90 characters in the game, right? Smash Brothers Ultimate. So that's a lot of characters to choose from, and given all the IPs that Nintendo has, which is quite a bit, and all the players that kind of other studios lend to it, it makes it for a very diverse and unique game. Now with this one, I feel like as you kind of see in Space Jam 2, Warner Brothers has a lot of IPs too, but what all characters do we have available to us? So I decided to make a list or go over all of the possible characters that we could possibly get in Multiverses. All right, so I am pulling this from the Warner Brothers Wikipedia page, but this kind of gives us a quick little breakdown and categorize of all the different franchises and IPs that Warner Brothers has at its disposal that they could possibly add into Multiverses. So let's kind of go through these and kind of break them down, and I'll give some thoughts along the way, and then we'll actually switch over to a character breakdown and kind of go through all the characters that you may not know actually exist under the Warner Brothers umbrella. So let's start off with like Adult Swim. That's kind of in alphabetical order. So Adult Swim, and I'm looking at these going, some of these bring back so many good memories, but you got 12 Ounce Mouse, Aqua Teen Hunger Force, I think it'd be really cool to have in the Multiversus game, Harvey Birdman, Attorney at Law, Metalocalypse, can you imagine? Rick and Morty, Robot Chicken, Samurai Jack is of course going to be a fan favorite that people want to see, Space Ghost, Squidbillies, Super Jail, The Venture Brothers. I mean, all those right there are franchises and characters that I think would be really cool to have in there. Now, I know this is more family friendly and probably geared towards kids, but some of these in there, kids love Rick and Morty. So I think they could incorporate a good number of these into the actual Multiversus game. So from Adult Swim, we can move on to Cartoon Network, which we know has a ton of those, but The Amazing World of Gumball, Adventure Time, Ben 10, of course, those are all right off the bat. Captain Planet, hello. Chowder, I've actually seen Chowder codenamed Kids Next Door. I've seen some people online make some kind of like, mock fan art as far as like character breakdowns. So the character, who could voice it, the move set, all that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool that people are taking that much time. But Courage the Cowardly Dog, Dexter's Laboratory, Ed, Ed, Nettie, Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. These are all shows that fans still like to this day. I mean, you can go to any of the, the geeky nerd stores that sell the memorabilia and collectible items, and those characters are on t-shirts and mugs and knickknacks and stuff like that. So that's on there. The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, Johnny Bravo, let's see, Powerpuff Girls, of course, Samurai Jack, that's twice Samurai Jack came on the list, which I think is good. Space Ghost, Steven Universe is already in there. The Wee Bear Bears. So those are all characters that could be, in the game. Of course, we have tons of Hanna-Barbera, but some that you may not have known about, there's Captain Planet again, the Flintstones, Huckleberry Hound, the Jetsons, Johnny Quest. I think that'd be kind of a cool entry. The Powerpuff Girls, Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo's got to be in there. Top Cat, Wacky Races, Yogi Bear. So those are those. New Line Cinema, which I didn't really think about that up top, but there's a lot of these in here too. Austin Powers. Can you imagine if Austin Powers was in the game? Blade, I don't think Blade would be in there just because the new Marvel game's coming out, so they may not want to, muddy the waters. I don't think Dumb and Dumber will be in there, or Elf. I mean, most of these are going to be too adults. The Mask should be in there. I think that's a good one for that. Middle Earth, so stuff from Lord of the Rings, which you already know that, he's in there, Gandalf. Mortal Kombat, of course, we've talked about in past videos that maybe they could do some type of, watered down version of some of the, Scorpion and Sub-Zero. Maybe they could throw those in there. I don't think 911 Elm Street there, but Shazam, the Teenage Mutant, I didn't even know that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was in there, but I know it's been in the past. New Line Cinema, I don't know if it's still under that. I think it's under Paramount, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see what else we got. Tom and Jerry, Westworld, that'd be kind of cool. The Wizard of Oz, of course, they're probably going to throw that in there. Let's see what else we got. Interactive. Okay, so these are some of the games. So Adventure Time, Austin Powers, Batman Arkham, the animated series, Ben 10. Let's see, Dukes of Hazzard. That'd be kind of interesting. Let's see who else. Harry Potter, of course, Injustice, Legos. There's tons of Legos, which is interesting because Legos just announced a Legos Brawl. So I don't know. This is probably like Lego Batman. Maybe they're going to stick it to franchises that they have. The Looney Tunes, of course, right in there. Lord of the Rings, The Matrix. Got to have Neo. Mortal Kombat. The Powerpuff Girls, Rampage. That'd be an interesting one to have on there. Although I don't know if a lot of people will know who they are. Scooby Doo, Scribblenauts. That'd be kind of interesting, but a lot of times Scribblenauts is on Switch, so they may not try to muddy that. Spy Hunter, they're probably not gonna do Spy versus Spy. That would be cool. If you're not from that's from Matt TV, and then Tom and Jerry. Let's see what else we got. Okay, so these are mostly all the Warner Brothers Pictures movies. So Ace Ventura, that'd be kind of cool. Arthur, I don't know that. Batman, I'd love to see Beetlejuice in there. Beetlejuice is my favorite. Let's see. Some of these I don't think would. I mean, Deep Blue Sea. Maybe have Samuel L. Jackson in there. I don't know. Dennis the Menace. Duck Dodgers. He is, a side character of Daffy Duck. I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know about The Exorcist. Free Willy. Maybe it's like a special move. Gremlins. Gremlins would be a good one to put in here. Again, Harry Potter, The Hobbit, King Kong. There's a Lego Movie, Lego Ninjago, Lethal Weapon. No. Let's see. Mad Max. Maybe Mad Max. Let's see. The Monsterverse. Osmosis Jones. That'd be a really good one. Maybe Richie Rich. He's had a cartoon in the past. The Sister of the Traveling Pants. America Ferrera. You could throw her in there. Again, Space Jam. That'd be kind of cool. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Willy Wonka. I think that'd be a really good one too. The Oompa Loompas. Wonka himself. Again, the Wizarding World. And then let's see what else we got. Oh, all the countless TV shows. A lot of these won't apply. Alf. You could put Alf in there, I guess. A lot of kids probably won't know who that is. Most of those Thundercats. Thundercats will definitely be good. Tiny Toons. That'd be another good one. Shaolin Showdown. I don't know if fans still remember who that is. I used to watch that. That was a good show on Cartoon Network. Now, this one I thought was interesting is the Japan franchises, which A Certain Magical Index and then JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And I've already seen fans try to make mock fan art of characters from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure for the Multiversus game. So maybe they could have that in there. That'd be kind of interesting. So those are kind of like a breakdown of that. But then if you go to the actual, per character franchise as far as like a breakdown, there are a lot of characters that I would never even think of. So, there's gods and there's, like you've got Agent Smith. I mean, some of these I'm like, they skew too adult. So they obviously could not be in there, but you got Carlton Banks. Do I really think that someone from The Fresh Prince could show up in there? Probably not. But I mean, you have like Captain Cold, you have stuff from the Rogue Gallery of some of the DC characters that could show up in there. I'm going through this list and it's just almost like a never-ending list. There's so many DC superheroes that could be in there. There are characters, not going to put Aunt M in there, but Augie Doggy. A lot of fans, some of these fans don't know who these people are. So I know that they want to put in characters that people can actually, stand behind. They can make merchandise off of. They can obviously sell packs and skin packs and moves, whatever they want to do with it. They're going to do stuff like that for it. I know that Multiverse is going to be free to play, but they're going to have to make some money somehow. Batgirl would be great. That'd be a great tie-in since her show is coming out on HBO Max or her movie. There's just going through a lot of these. There's a ton of characters in here that, I wouldn't even think of to be in there, but they could be in there. The Crow, I don't know about that, but Betty Rubble. There's just tons. Bill Murray. Bill Murray's got to be in the game. Bill Murray's got to be in there. He'd be great. Let's see. I'm looking like Blue. Like, can you imagine playing as some of these characters? It would just be kind of crazy. They've got that old style classic cartoons. Brain from Pinky and the Brain and the Animaniacs. That would be awesome. Some of these characters, I'm like, they're made for this type of game. Maybe Buddy from Elf. I don't know. Maybe he could do some Christmas stuff at you or something. I don't know. I won't go through all this. I'll link a lot of this stuff in the comments or in the description below so you can kind of go through, but it's like A through Z. There's a lot of characters, but suffice to say, there is a ton of IPs available for their disposal with Warner Brothers in the Multiversus game. Now, I was reading an interesting article recently that was talking about how Multiversus can actually you know, be different from other Brawl games and not have a large scale character roster to choose from. And that might be to its advantage, because if it has a smaller roster that can take time to actually do better character designs, better move sets, have better interactions with the games, because currently right now it's a 2 versus 2 setup. But I think, you know, as popular as Super Smash Bros. Is and fans get really excited with what character they're going to add next, I think fans are going to look to this game kind of the same way and expect that Warner Brothers is, you know, ready to pull any and all characters they have at their disposal. So with them all the IPs and characters I went over from Warner Brothers, which ones do you want to see in the game, which ones do you not want to see in the game, and from the roster that we got so far, the 13 we're going to start off with, which ones do you think you're going to start playing with? Love your thoughts in the comments below. And that's it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed, hit that like button. Of course, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.